welcome to the first episode of my podcast. This is called The Worst Podcast Ever. And let me tell you the reasoning why I called it, or I'm calling it, the worst podcast ever. So in this podcast, we are going to be talking about life things, we're going to be talking about career, we're going to be talking fashion things, we're going to be talking interior design things, and all sorts of things that I feel like I want to talk about because this is my platform and I get to choose what I want to be putting out there. And I'm so just over and bored of like conforming to one particular niche. I am a multifaceted individual. I want to be doing many things. I want to do many things. And I am many things. And yeah, that's that. So, this is the first episode of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. If you're watching, I don't know, just keep watching. But we are out here today by the lake, Michigan. It is gorgeous day today, clear skies, sunny day by the lake. It's a little brown and muddy looking, but past that, it's very blue and beautiful. But today I wanted to be talking about a couple different things. I think they all align together, and that's why I feel like we should be talking about these things today. We, as in me. And I'm in the comfort, also, guys, I'm in the comfort of my car. I was gonna do one outside, but it was a little bit too cold feeling, and I also didn't want the wind to be ruining the audio since I don't have like those fluffy microphone covers. So we are just in the vicinity of my car, and we're just gonna keep going and doing that. I like the vibe in the car. We might bring some guests in. We might, it might just literally be me only, and that's okay. You guys are gonna love it. And if you don't, just keep watching because you might find it interesting. So, let's talk about the first thing. Just wanted to give you guys a rundown on my life today. Woke up this morning bright and early at 9. I know I'm so lucky. I get to wake up at 9 a.m. I don't work today, so I didn't have to go to work. And I had pho for brunch. I made a whole pot yesterday. I was cooking for like 4-5 hours. And it was really bomb. The second day is always the best. If you don't know, pho, the second day always is the best, the broth. If you're getting it from a restaurant, don't leave your noodles in there. You're going to have to finish your noodles because they're going to get soggy and swell up, and your broth is going to be weird and your noodles are going to be weird. Just don't do that. Just don't save it. Just eat it all in one sitting. Or if you don't know if you're going to finish it all or not, you can always divide it up, like the little containers that they give you. Pour half the broth in a bowl, put half the noodles in there, save the broth for later. I don't know. Anyways, so I had pho this morning for brunch, and it was really bomb. And then I was watching YouTube videos and TikTok and scrolling through my Instagram because didn't have very much planned today, if I'm being honest. I don't really ever have anything much planned other than like when I work, I have to go to work in the morning or in the afternoon. And So I'm glad I'm just not working today. I haven't really been working lately just because I'm working on a lot of different things and I want to have more free time to myself, to nourish myself, to help myself, and to keep my mental health in a good place. Because I find that when I'm working too much, it is just so emotionally draining. It's physically draining if, I'm standing all day, or I'm walking around, or like I'm lifting things. Ew. Um, yeah. And so I am just been taking more time to like take care of myself and really get to discover new things and see what I want to be doing because I'm 20 years old and I'm just at a loss of what I should be doing or if I'm not doing enough or should I be doing more because I'm not feel like because I feel like I'm not doing enough. Um but that's another thing that we'll get into is the feeling of not doing enough or that like you're at a certain age and you feel like you should have accomplished all of this and all of that because you're seeing all your peers um, accomplish and succeed at the very many things that this universe has to offer for us. Vroom vroom, why don't ya? But yeah, I guess we can just like get into it, you know? We can get into it and start talking about just how recently I'm just feeling that like I'm at a creative block and that I'm also at just a point where I feel like I'm not doing enough. Not doing enough. And let me break it down for you guys. I honestly, I really could be doing a lot more. I really could be doing a lot more with my time, utilizing my time to the very end of the 24 hours we have in a day, you know? I feel like I need to, or I should, like, change my schedule up a little bit and my routine and start, like, adding things or, like, taking things out that, like, no longer serve me purpose or that I just need a little bit of a change, you know? And so like my daily routine is like I wake up around like 8:30. I feel like a lot of people are going to be jealous at that because they have to wake up a lot earlier than I do. But that's also the best thing about not being in school. I think that's a big thing too, is that because I'm not in school, not in college, I feel like um, I just have a lot more free time. And I need to make good usage of this free time because we only have this life once and we have to make the best out of it. And for me, school is not something that I want to be doing. I'm just not a person who can like sit down in a lecture hall and just be lectured at for like 3 hours straight. That is just not appealing to me. Um, I'd say I'm more of a creative person and that I'm like, I'm very more so hands on, or I just want to be creating something. And if I'm sitting in a class, like, what am I creating? Um, Boredom. I'm creating boredom. And I don't want to be bored. So I chose not to go to college when I graduated high school. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take a gap year. And then a gap year turned into a whole year, and then it turned into another year. And then here I am at my 20 years of age and still not in school. I feel like maybe someday in the future I might want to go back. I don't know. We'll never know. Right now, I'm really vibing with cooking, I'm really vibing with fashion, and I'm really vibing with um, interior design. I just really like those pretty things, and I love making food pretty. I love making food. I love making tasty food. I love eating food. Um, I like all my clothes and all of my home decor things. Like, I could probably just go, if I could go shopping like every day, I probably would. Um, and if I could go just like I don't even have to buy anything. Wow, I have my window cracked open right now because it was getting a little warm in here, and I guess the seagulls are going a little bit wild. But yeah, I could go and just look at clothes all day freaking long. This guy that just passed us literally has just been driving in circles this entire time and keeps passing by. And I'm like, can you literally just leave? Just go. Like, what are you doing? Just driving around doing nothing? I mean, me. But yeah, I want to look at clothes all day long. I think it's so fascinating. I think it's so interesting. I love the colors, the designs, the patterns, the textures, everything about it. And this guy is gonna park not next to me, thank God. Um, okay, with the loud music. But yeah. As far as interior designing, I'm more, well, my job right now, I'm an interior stylist. I, stylist. I style people's homes and their apartments and their bedrooms and their offices. And right now, I'm working on a big commercial space with a client. And yeah, that's really fun. That has brought out a lot of good creativity in me recently. And I feel like that's such a good outlet for me to be creative because I don't have a lot of space to be creative in. I mean, like a lot of the jobs around here in this area are just not very creative. It's like a data engineer or like a bus driver or I don't know, work in a factory. And I don't want to work in a factory. I don't really like numbers. And I don't want to be just a customer service representative. I think that's so boring. I don't want to get screamed at by people because they feel entitled to something. Yeah, basically that's like what my job is right now is I'm an interior stylist and I help people figure out what furniture pieces they should get and how to put it together in their house. And I love it. I love being able to help people um, make their space them and allow them to create a space to feel comfortable. And like, I don't necessarily have a certain like design or like a design style that I stick to. Okay, maybe that's a lie. I love a big, neutral, airy, just very clean space. Although my apartment is the opposite of that. But um, I think it's literally that space is so crazy. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But I'm loving that feel right now of like clean, airy, kind of almost like a contemporary but boho give it a modern twist. I feel like mid-century is a trend right now, and I feel like it's just a trend, and it's not going to be here for long. And so, I mean, I did really like the mid-century vibe, but I just feel like it's just not it anymore. I think we need to move on to something more sustainable, something that's going to last us a little bit longer, and something that is just clean and clear, because I think or me as a person, I'm just like a hoarder. Keep too many things, and I need to get rid of all those things. And so, yeah, I just think, yeah. So, yeah, that's a little bit about my career right now, being an interior stylist. Straight out of high school, I wanted to go to the Fashion Institute Design, FIDM in LA. And then it was circa 2020, COVID hit, so decided it was not a good idea to be going out to LA while we're in the middle of quarantine, we're in the middle of a shutdown. Excuse me. There wasn't like much I was gonna be able to be doing. Like, my classes would have all been like virtual anyways, and we went through virtual learning in my senior year of high school, and it was terrible. I hated it. It did not work for me. It might work for you, it might work for some people. It just doesn't work for me. I don't like it. I think I need to be a lot more hands-on, and I need to be able to like literally turn and talk to somebody if I need help. And like, being isolated, being just by myself, like looking at the teacher in the computer, not the funnest. These people just decide to park next to me, so welcome to the party. Yeah. So, yes, I want to get more into like fashion styling, and I have a lot of great connections to get me into the right spaces, and just like to give me the motivation to actually want to do something. I think just lately, just not been wanting to do anything. Yeah. But the fashion styling, I am obsessed with all the fashion looks that have been out recently. I think one there's a lot of brands I like right now. One of them I feel like is being really on trend right now is Schiaparelli. Mugler I really love. I think Mugler has always been great. I think Thierry Mugler's designs ages ago, amazing, absolutely stunning, gorgeous. I think they really embodied the like just silhouette of like not even just women but like humans. I think that like right now they're doing a lot of very diverse, or they're like pulling a lot of diverse models, and that's great to see because we do need a lot more diversity in the fashion realm. And I think that's why it interests me so much too, is because we don't see a lot of representation for diversity in the fashion world. And like fucking Barbie is the like it girl. Like society just thinks you have to look like Barbie, and no, you don't have to look like Barbie. You can look however the fuck you want. You can dress how you want. You can be any color, size, height, age doesn't matter. Like, you can look good at any time, anywhere, when you want. It's as easy as that. But so let's talk about like my creative flow right now. I feel like recently I haven't been very creative, or I have a lot of ideas and I don't know how to execute them, or it's just hard to get up and actually do it because I have a lot of self-doubt and I feel that I'm gonna fail at it, or that I'm still seeking like validation from the outside world and I'm not seeking it within myself. And I feel like we need to be just more spontaneous, and we need to be nicer to ourselves, and we need to give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. We need to pat ourselves on the back every now and then and allow ourselves to actually like notice that we have achieved something and we get to define our own success. Like, I think the world that we live in, our success is so determined around like being famous, being well known, that goes along with that, and having a lot of freaking money. And to me, yes, the money is great, but also I think it's about, for me, like, I want to be able to connect with people who feel the same way that I do, or have the same thought processes, or, you know, they're just similar. If they're not the same, I mean, at least similar. And I also feel that, like, we're so caught up in social media and trying to keep up. And I'm just so, that is one thing that like really brings me down, because I like see all these things that all these people are doing and I'm like, I should be doing that, or I could be doing that, or that like I want to do that. And then like I just want to get straight to the jazz. I want to get right there. And I think we often don't talk about the process. I think we don't trust the process enough, and we have to just like understand that yes, some people do become overnight wonders. Like, you just got some great luck. But even then, like, if you become an overnight wonder, like, it's up to you to keep up with that lifestyle. And if that's something you want, like, to be famous, to be well known, and to keep making a lot of money, you have to invest in yourself. And I feel like, talking about investments, I am not really investing in myself. I'm investing in like little dumb trinkets that I don't need. But anyways, that's besides the point. I totally forgot what I was talking about. My career. Yeah. This is probably the worst podcast ever. But welcome to the party. This is... Oh my god, was that a seagull noise? That must have just been a seagull noise. But whatever. See, like right now, I'm literally blinking out, and that's literally just because I don't know what to say, and this podcast is not scripted. I feel like a lot of people have scripted podcasts, and I kind of just want it to be more natural flowing and very authentic and genuine. I don't want to be talking about like certain things I don't want to talk about. or like I don't want to just be like a robot reading off of like a script or having to memorize a script, because that's just not me. I want to be more genuine and I want to be more natural. And I also want to get Botox, but like that's besides the point. This is like, again, I'm literally blinking out. I I think I'm blinking out because I'm like, there's just like nothing left in this brain. I feel like I just like went on a tangent for like 20 minutes and now I'm out of words to talk about. So, um, we, well, we talked about, what did we talk about today? We talked about my life, my like daily life. We talked about, um, career, a little bit about like social media and its effects on us as like humans. I'm just thinking out loud now at this point, but I guess this feeling like I don't know what I'm doing and I don't really know what I want to do with my life right now is because I am just really bored of this place that I'm in right now, but I'm very comfortable in it, and that's why I don't want to get out of it, because it brings me some sort of comfort. And I'm also an Aries, and so I need to have the control. And if I'm just doing a lot of things on. Now I'm like. Now I'm contradicting myself. I do kind of just like to sit in the silence sometimes and just listen to the world, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that goes on in my head that, just like anxiety. And so, with all this anxiety that's going through my brain, I kind of just stop talking, because the silence is a virtue. And I love being able to just like, it's just very calming to, like, I'm by the beach, so like it's just very calming to hear the seagulls cry and like to hear the waves crashing against the shore, and just the sound of the city and the world is just very calming to me. I feel like our next podcast, we should do one like in the woods. Even though we literally have a snowstorm on the way tomorrow. But I really want to sit in a forest and just chat, you know? But yeah, guys, this is all the thought that I have in my brain today. Thanks for coming along, for paying attention. And if you've gotten this far, excuse me, if you've gotten this far, please share. Feel free to share your thoughts, share your opinions, ask, like, or I don't know, suggest things that, like, I should talk about that, like, not a lot of people talk about, because I'm very open to talking about a lot of things. And I do, as much as I hate having a script, I do just write down a little bit of notes in my app just to have some good ideas already flowing so that I'm not like blanking out. But thanks for listening, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. If you're watching, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. I don't know when I'm going to be doing episodes. But I at least do want to try to do one like once every other week or um once a week, twice a week. I think that's a good schedule to have. Anyways, okay, I'm just talking a lot again, but thanks for tuning into this episode, guys. This is the worst podcast ever. I will talk to you guys later.